108.9 on social media. Instagram
At Power 108.9.
and Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the Joystick. The Joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your Joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
If you've never been to Power 108, let me tell you something. It smells amazing. I don't know where the smell is coming from. It looks vacuumed. The microphone has definitely been sanitized. Okay, like this is a no COVID zone. Okay, this is a no germ zone. Okay,
Yes.
I wanted to cough, but I'm
We
scared
can do
that
surgery.
if I coughed, I feel like somebody's gonna come get me. It's gonna be like, "Skr, come with me."
Power 108.9, a station for the people. The opinions and views expressed by this program are those of the program host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Power 108.9 and its officials. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome. This is Real Talk with New Order Live on Power 108.9, the radio. And it's been a minute since we've been in the studio because we've been out in the field. A lot of stuff going on. We had our meet and greet.
Yeah, somebody got married.
Right. Not I, but we. Love this organization. We're doing a lot of great things. Of course, I have my co-host in the studio. I have my boy Noki Harden, who's a national economic advisor. And now we have our newly elected, our press secretary, who's no stranger doing stuff in the community, Miss Roundtree, who's been involved in the community before we even moved to Atlanta. And when I found out that she was available to play a minor part, she probably did that investigation, but now she see that we are a family away from home. We very organized, and she, does like letters and stuff where we need letters and stuff, things like that. So she know more Atlanta more than both of us do, especially the Clayton County area where we get a lot of calls. So welcome to the show.
Yes, happy to be here. Thank you.
Kind of introduce yourself. I know you've been involved in the community for a while, and then what brings you to New Order?
So I am a community advocate. I have served in the community probably over 10 years. Mentoring. I have a nonprofit organization based in Clayton, 501c3, where I provide mentoring. In the past, prior to COVID, we provided services. This would have been our 8th year. We stopped in 2020, right before COVID, right when COVID began. We provide ACT, SAT prep for students within Clayton, as well as outside. We've had kids from all over come through our program. And my facilitator is a math coach at Lovejoy High School. He actually facilitated my program at Lovejoy Library. And so I still provide mentoring. I have about 15 mentees that I work with in the community. I do work, do advocacy through the schools as well, kind of be that bridge between the student and the teachers, parents if necessary. I actually have always been super active when it comes to things such as rights of humans. So that's what brought me to New Order. I've always been the advocate for everybody. So if I see wrong, I'm gonna speak up about it. And so I believe in being the voice for those who may be afraid, those who don't feel they have what it takes to really get the word out where there's been injustice or unfair treatment, discrimination. And so I'm here at New Order because I have a passion to help those people, shine light on the things that needs to be seen and heard about. And so I'm glad to be here, glad to be a part. Thank
right.
you.
Well, Noka, we have another sister soldier on board.
Yes, sir.
She plays a behind-the-scene role, but she's definitely in the front lines. So she's fitting right in. They only been in about about 3. It's not even how many months.
About 2.
That's
maybe.
about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always there when called upon. You know, she met Mika, the spokesperson. You know, things already. So, man, it's been a while, man. We still got issues going on in this country, man. So, what's been going on with you lately?
Man, just working, man. That's it.
I got you.
You know,
I got
following the media.
How did you like the meet and greet we had when everybody came to we had that little get together?
It was great. You know, meeting people for the first time. You
Right.
know, some I was familiar with already.
They
We
ready
had
to
a
do
good
another
rapport.
one already, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, when I first brought New Order here, it was frustrated, but I knew I can do it. It was many times I wanted to give up because I had the wrong people in the organization. You know, but when you have like-minded people that's on the same level as you, that could bring something to the table, you know, it makes the job easier. Even when I'm traveling the show, like for example, if I wasn't here today, you'll be here holding it down. It ain't never used to be like that. When you got help, it's much easier. You know, so I just want to thank God for everybody in the organization, locally and nationwide.
Yes.
Really don't even know each other, but we on one accord.
Yes.
Right.
You know, that's a blessing, man. And you still have someone's attention. They ain't even met this person. They out all the way like up in Vermont, Texas and stuff. So they nothing but God. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, where I'm from, they call that aid and assistant. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Alethea, you know, when I first came here, we had a lot of calls from Clayton County.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of, I mean, the resume of New Order, half of it was in Clayton County, to
Yes.
be honest. So the people that you might know, I might have know of name.
Yes.
Certain people I might have worked closely, but it just seems that, to me, I might be wrong. Clayton County seemed it done got quiet as far as people speaking up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I know a young lady, you know, has been trying to run for office. The continuous of problems throughout Metro Atlanta area. I know we still get calls about the jail out there. So you've been living in Clayton County your whole life. Have you seen a difference
So
as far as like people being
yes.
active?
Yes. So born and raised in Clayton. I left Clayton in 2008. I moved to Fayette County for 8 years, where I lived in Peachtree City, which was a bit different. It was like Clayton when I was coming up. But I say Clayton began to change maybe early 2000s, became very different in mid 2000s. Many people migrated to Clayton. We seen a big change with crime and violence uptick. I mean, it just changed the dynamic of how the county even functioned. Everything changed. And so I do find that a lot of things are not brought into the light. I don't know why that is, or why, you know, people just, I don't know, maybe they feel, you know, there needs to be some, I hear people speak out about there needs to be new leadership. Things need change in some areas. They don't have the right people in place, things like that. But
there's a lot of black elected officials
Oh, yeah.
out there.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
remember Mr. Bell. I'm going back a little bit when
Elgin Bell.
Chief Turner was a chief of police.
Oh, yes.
I'm going back when they wasn't
Way
in
back.
these
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah.
So I remember Elgin Bell.
Yeah.
I remember they took the bus service away in Clayton County. Do they
Yep.
still have the
They
bus?
brought it back.
They did?
Yes.
Okay.
And Eldrin, I saw him actually, me and Eldrin, we was at Longhorns months ago.
Right.
And I had seen Eldrin, but yeah, the roles, many of the county officials and elections, yeah, it has changed big time.
Right.
And you've seen the people that's been there so long move out. They going up north, like Ken, Georgia. They going south. They going out of state.
They say they
you know.
love their people. They can't live around them.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard because I moved back to Clayton in 2016 from Coweta. I lived in Peachtree City for 8 years. Then I moved to Noonan for about a year.
Okay.
And moved back to Clayton about 6 years ago because my kids was younger. I went through a divorce and needed more help with my kids because their father was in that area. So it has been a big change. I know that, I mean, it was home for me. It was home for my family back over 90 years ago. And so I hear people saying, you know, they know Clayton County, this and that. And I'm like, y'all don't know Clayton County. You don't know the Clayton County I grew up in, because the Clayton County I grew up in, it was safe to live here. We could leave our front door open. We could leave tools
now.
laying out. You could leave your car doors unlocked. Now you got to lay strapped. You can't even go to bed. You gotta have your your AK in your hand. You know.
Unfortunately, it's
And so
everywhere now.
it is. It's everywhere, and it's nationwide, and so it becomes a concern because we especially in the black community, we hear a lot of violence within our own communities, and Jeremy, you and I have talked about that, how our kids can't even go play outside anymore.
Right.
They're fear going to school. They're afraid, and my kids have questions. I know my son asked me, he's very skeptical about becoming friends with people because he hear that, dude's best friend killed him, or, a group of boys. Something about a group of boys he fear a lot of times. So he's more of a loner. He does make friends easily, but he don't connect with people easily. He's 12 years old, and he's kind of cautious. He hear about these school shootings and things. And school shootings, oh my God! And this, I just read the article where across the globe, the U.S. has faced a lot of fake calls, bomb threats, and it's really bad because if something is really happening, what does that do if something is really happening, but they got to handle this fake call investigation over here at 10 different high schools, but you get a call where somebody's severely injured, or there's a death that has occurred from gun violence, and you having to deal with something fake at a school, for real, and we already got a short of law enforcement. We got a
Sound like you running for office.
Right. I'm
He even
sorry.
laughing
Y'all was quiet, so
Well,
I'm
you
like,
running for
okay.
What you got an
So,
opinion on that?
yes.
No, because where you from is,
Yes.
is y'all stay in the national news.
Well, yeah.
Chi-Town.
Oh God.
Well, that's the state of our day.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
A lot of violence, and this the only way the young people's is taught, through social media, and
True.
the media, and entertainment, that
Right.
this is how you handle your altercations.
Right. Right. We definitely got to take our own kids because, it's a lot of bullying going on. I remember a case we was involved with early 2000s. Remember the young man named Hareem? Well, you wouldn't know, but you from here, where he came home, just been quiet every school day, and he hung himself inside his closet. It was in DeKalb County. And me and Attorney Griggs, I know you know him, we went on the CNN to talk about the ongoing bullying going on in this country. So you got to be in your kids' lives, man. And I think we lost as parents as far as we're disconnected with our own kids. It's like they raising they self. I remember the family meetings. I remember before you actually go outside, do your chores. It's just different, man. When they took prayer out of school, and I believe in whoopings, but not child abuse, because I feared my parents, not because of being mistreated, just the fact that I know something. I know there's a punishment. These kids these days, they don't care.
Yeah. Well, in psychology, they call it environmental influences.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Societal,
Right.
Yeah.
So, I know you mentioned the school. We're trying to reach out to work with the CAB as well. One of the young ladies in the organization has a connection out there. So, we can't save every child, but at least we're attempting to save somebody's child.
Yeah.
We can't just talk about it. Got to be about it.
Well, you can save who want to be saved.
That's
Yes.
true. That's
It's,
true.
it's a choice.
That's true. That's true.
know.
Now, let's kind of get into the politics. I know you kind of see what our former president, well, your president was never my president, if you know what I'm talking about. He's in some trouble again, which I hate that. It seems like this man is untouchable, but now I heard that there's a major lawsuit has been kicked off or whatever. But it seems like he's always ducking and dodging, and they can never get him. So this man, I heard on the news, they trying to make sure that he don't run for president. I can't tell you who to vote for, but I just know that we had, racism is not going nowhere. But it seemed when he was in office, everyone had courage. I mean, it came out everywhere, you know. So, what's your latest opinion? First, it was the January 6th thing. Now, something else going on. I know you follow Trump. Don't sit there and laugh.
Yeah, because I mean, it's hilarious because if you had the time machine and go back into the time, you would have never foreseen it. But even though, I mean, we always harped upon it saying that, man, this guy was a professional liar. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
real
all
criminal.
Politicians be lying. It's just he the more evil. I mean, don't
man.
think Democrats don't have issues now.
Don't nobody lie
don't
like
think-
Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump tell more lies. As soon as he talk, he lying. Hey, but I'm just saying, you hear what his latest though
What's that?
about how they found the documents in his resorts. He said that he declassified them because he thought it. You know, it was just a thought, and he said because he thought it was his approval of declassifying it.
Right.
But he was screaming lock Hillary Clinton up.
right.
Yeah.
Right. This whole campaign, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I hate politics, but we got to deal with it. We got to deal
Well,
with it.
that's part of life.
Yeah,
I mean, politics really revolve around everything.
Right,
Seriously.
right.
Yeah.
Now, what you think about this Shaka Zulu situation? Of course, he's a high-profile celebrity. He's charged with murder.
Oh my God.
The family, I told him I was going to touch on it today, reached out to me and saying that whatever you're hearing on the media, they're lying and stuff, because dealing with the media, they just all about getting a story to get your attention. Story might not even be true. You know what I'm saying? It's just there, get paid to give you a story. You either go with it or not. And dealing with them for a while, they could twist things up because they twist a lot of my stuff up. You know, but there is a raw video out there where Shaka started it, you know, and now, of course, when a kid get jumped on, say you out hanging with someone and one of your friends, he getting jumped on, what you gonna do all expected? You're gonna help in, right?
Depends. If it's
Well, he
if
was
it's-
getting his butt whooped.
right, but if it depends on because if my friend is fighting one-on-one, I don't think I should jump in. Now, if there's a group, there's a difference. So
I kind of agree with that.
yeah. Oh yeah, because I don't
But
think
they say he was getting his butt whooped
it don't matter
because
If he-
Shaka jammed his head into a car window.
it was by multiple people.
It was just him. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But out of instinct, these days, kids are more impatient, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Back then, we probably believe in one-on-one fights, but
Yeah.
not these days.
Oh yeah.
But it's just the fact that he's playing the victim. He started it. You know, it's just the fact when you have deep pockets, you can do that, if you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You know, but just the fact that the family are now is scared because he's out on bond. And these kids are in college. They're not just, should I say, game bangers hanging out and
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
So the media's already portraying them as living a negative life. And
Yeah.
you know how they do that. You know, so the family reached out or whatever, but I told them we don't go off emotion, we go off facts. But she understand where I'm coming from, you know, because right now they portraying them as just kids just hanging out, you know, and things like that. But again, overall, we still have a gun problem. We done lost a loved one in our community. That's the main thing I'm focused on. I don't care who you are, celebrity or not. It's just
Yeah.
we're killing each other, man.
Yeah.
It make our heart much harder when we're trying to talk about, because racism is never going nowhere.
Oh no.
But when you have an elderly white man say, "Mr. Rose, I respect all you do, whatever," but y'all got your own problems. We
Yeah.
don't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm like thinking like, okay, first of all, he was being funny at the same time. He's
Yeah.
like, I understand where he's coming from.
I don't think we fight as hard as we should for our own communities. I feel that if we put in the energy to go into our communities and really set it off, we could create some change in the life of 1 youth, 2 youth, 3 youth. I mean, just shut down everything else we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot going on, even with church. We got church stuff going on, but who's really going out in the communities and having some real workshops in the communities on a Saturday morning? You get what I'm saying?
I can tell you that we're not perfect, but we done spoke
Right.
out on several high-profile, not just a high-profile case. You remember Little Secure, the 9-year-old little
Secure
girl?
Turner,
We
yeah.
was the first organization that spoke out about that. The young lady got killed at the subway for putting too much mayo. We was the first organization. So we did our part.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that we all need to work together. And I think when I first moved to Atlanta, I look at this as the Black Mecca, but there's a lot of division down here.
Oh God.
There's a big church on every
Atlanta.
side. I'm
Nah,
like,
every corner.
I'm like, man, they can put their money,
Everybody
open
merge
up some
together.
clubs and all that. You get what I'm saying?
Everybody should merge.
Go ahead.
together.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, I wanted you to take it. It's something that you missed
What's
in,
that?
in that situation with Shaka Zulu.
Oh, okay.
What it was is when you was talking about jumping in helping your friend.
Okay.
What you have is you got a lot of spectators who want to grab their phone and video record it and send it viral.
Before
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, I mean
It's true.
it's just like they still get some type of pleasure out of watching
Right.
the fight.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
instigating it.
True. That's
You know what
very
I'm saying?
true.
And studying, trying to diffuse it. You got people who's pouring the gas on the fire. You know what I'm saying? Because it probably could have been avoided.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His friends don't make it no better.
That's true.
His friends, if really was friends, they should have diffused it. You know, your
These
friends.
days, you know how these youth are, man.
Yeah, but see, you got to remember this stand your ground state.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And people's, whether it's if you take the racist component out of it,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
people's gonna invoke that. I'm standing my ground. I got a right to bear arms. So if I feel threatened, my life is being threatened, I ain't got to be scared of your group. You know what I'm saying? And they may not have been, quote, gang members, but they is moving as a gang of people. You know what I'm saying? So this gonna drive that narrative,
Right.
and this is what they using, and it's a gang mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's us against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not making no argument for nobody. It's just the point that when you're in a situation and you got a fight like that, if you my friend, you got to stop me. I got to be able to stop you because you can wind up getting killed.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I think they tried to stop him, but
Yeah,
I
that's
understand
real.
what you're saying. But obviously, at the end of the day, the violence, the gun violence in our community is just, it's in an all-time high right now. That's the bottom line. I told her mother, I said, at the end of the day, we burying somebody's child, and that's
Yeah.
the sad part about it, but it's just the fact that we have to not give up, it's just the fact that our people are distracted right now, man. They're very distracted. But then when it's time to honor Dr. King and Malcolm and all that, and it's to the point now, it's like, okay, why are we going to these celebrations? I mean, we need to celebrate them, but it's like we're defeating the purpose.
Yeah. But
Like
let me say-
everything's okay, you know what I
Let
mean?
me say this here, Gerald. I don't mean to cut you
Go
off.
ahead.
Yeah, we celebrate Martin Luther King and we say nonviolence, but we say nonviolence to white people, not nonviolence to each other. See, the nonviolence got to be spread
Right.
through the
Right.
whole,
True. True. Yeah, that's true. What was you about to say something?
No, I was just saying it's got to be equally like
Right.
we can't just fight for like if our people lose a life against a white man. We should fight that much harder. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like why are we jumping for this and not for this? And if you think about it, the lives we lose to our own is
Right.
way more. Like
That's true.
you losing multiple on a daily basis among our own, but you only hear a few incidents across. You know what I'm saying? Like compared to what we doing on our own. So
Right.
yeah. So when we scream Black Lives Matter,
It
we
should
gotta-
matter when we kill each other too, man.
Yeah, we
and
gotta-
we don't do that.
we don't.
They don't
we
be
don't.
in the streets, man. When it happen, I mean, it's aggravating.
When
man.
all that Black Lives started, like people was on the, everybody was on this euphoria and everybody wanted to jump, but you really didn't know. I was like, I'm not jumping on board with that because if Black lives really mattered, Black lives would be out here in the Black community really talking about
Right.
some stuff.
Well,
That's true.
I understand
Motive? Yeah.
I understand the group and their agenda,
Mm-hmm.
and what they saying Black Lives Matter. They saying it to the point where you want justice.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
And I get that. But what I'm saying is Black lives should matter. It ain't gonna matter to some people who don't care about Black lives.
Right.
True.
So we
Right.
already know
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
And I believe and I know they understand that But I feel that we should understand that Black lives should matter to us.
Yes,
True.
yes.
From that perspective.
That's true.
I think it's
That's
geared
true.
more towards another race of people versus our race versus our race versus our race.
Right.
And I think that's where it's, you know, and I get what they mean, you know, as they put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just sit back and like everybody get caught in the hype, you can't get caught in the hype of things because you got to find out what's, you know, the real in the real world. We need to have justice across the board. So
Yeah.
So let's. I heard about the issue. Of course, all the owners feel like that. The Lotus owner that made some racial slurs at his, as the owner from the Phoenix Suns. Have y'all been following that?
Lotus, no.
You remember the Donald Sterling case?
Yeah.
It was another case just happened. And one thing about my homeboy, never met him, but he's from Ohio. So LeBron James, once he spoke and said that the NBA really let us down this time, everything then changed. You know, one thing about him, you might hate him, might disagree with him, but the NBA is going to miss LeBron, man, because he's a billionaire now. Jordan didn't make no billionaire when he was playing. This man, and now he's going to turn around and buy the Phoenix Suns. This man didn't have no father in his life. I mean, you had never heard no scandals. And I know people got stuff behind the scenes, raising his kids. He stayed with the same woman ever since high school. He never left her. Now both his kids, you know what I'm saying? So I respect him as being a family man first of what we're seeing. And like I said, everybody has skeletons in their closets. It's just the fact, I hope that nothing ever comes out because the man is really vocal. And a lot of athletes cannot speak like him because he's set. Only thing he's waiting on now is to get his son into the league and to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record. But as far as him, you know, money-wise, he took care, you know, the kids that played on the basketball team with him, got them all jobs, got his own agency. I mean, the man doing it. He owns some of the Boston Red Sox. I mean, the man doing it, man. You know, so I don't mean to change subject. When I see a man is doing it on the court and off the court, you know, that's what I'm talking about, the GOAT. I know there's been a lot of debate on him and Michael Jordan. I understand LeBron lost a lot of championships, but this man is very vocal. He was the first one came out when the investigation said, no, this is not right. Then everybody just followed behind. And about a week later, the man's selling the team now. Because at first it was just a slap on the wrist. You know, just 1 year. He said, we ain't having that. And now, since he spoke out, everything then changed.
Well, you know
The modern day Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Hey, and the brother forged his own path. You know, it ain't like it was laid out there for him. He created it.
He had to work
Created
for
his
it,
own
man.
lane.
That's why kids these days, you got to work for it, man. I think kids these days is more impatient. They want that quick money. And unfortunately, you know, that ain't the way these days.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
a bottle of water.
Like Shaq
Gotta
said
get up.
about his son, what Shaq said, my dad was like, we rich. And Shaq was like, we rich? I'm rich.
Yeah.
I had to work for this. Remember he took that controversy?
I don't.
Remember Shaq made that, I don't know if you heard it, but he said his son said, Dad, we rich. He said, we ain't rich, I'm rich. I understand why Shaq was saying that. You got to work for you.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that, you know. So that's the mentality. You know, you got to be hard on your kids sometimes. We ain't rich, I'm rich. So I get what he's saying. You know what he's saying? He's
Yeah, I
basically
understand.
saying, I had to work for this. You just ain't going to get no pass, you know, getting stuff off of, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I understand his point of view.
Yeah.
You know, and it's valid because he don't want to make them feel entitled or privileged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's one thing about spoiled kids.
Right.
And poor people spoil their kids worse than rich people. I mean, even though rich people, they spoil them because they got more money to spoil
True.
them. And when they spoil them, you can see the handwriting on the wall. But
Right.
black people's, or poor people's, and not just black people, but poor people's.
Right.
Poor people's who spoil their kids, and even rich people's, they'll turn on you. Them same children would
They
turn
been
on
most
you.
ones to make crime, do
Yeah.
crimes, is be the ones, them poor kids. I mean, I'm getting rich kids that got money.
Yeah.
Because they don't get the attention. They just parents just give them money. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't even spend no
Oh,
time
see,
to raise them
see,
right. You know what I mean?
The problem
Yeah.
with the rich kids kill the parents for their money. See, the poor people, they can't kill their parents because they
Who
ain't
was
got
that a
no
while
money.
ago? Them two kids killed their parents. It was a while ago
You
in
talk-
California.
Not the twins.
Yeah, the twins.
The twins.
two
yeah.
white guys. Dang, what was that?
Were
it was
they-
a while
you
ago.
talking
Remember
about
Oh,
the
I don't. I'm
Hernandez.
talking about the two.
the Menendez boys?
Okay.
Like
yeah.
that. They had all the
Okay.
money in the world. Look what they
Yeah.
did. Too much money. Just a lot of them folks
Yeah.
be unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, so the poor peoples, they would turn on you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And you know, I got an auntie. I don't know if you remember the story,
Mm-hmm.
but my auntie, she was 82.
Oh wow.
She had one daughter,
Mm-hmm.
spoiled her and everything. Now I don't know if she had anything to do with it,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody came. Well, they ain't know somebody. We know who did it. Her husband, my cousin Regina, her husband,
Mm-hmm.
came in the house. He tried to make it seem like my auntie fell down the stairs, but he beat her to death.
I
Oh,
think you
no.
told me that story. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and now a lot of a lot of my family members accusing her.
Right.
Now, I mean, if she had anything to do with it, I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
not my
Mm.
place to lay blame.
Right.
But the point is that when you spoil your child to this so-called good living, they don't know no other way to live, and I believe that's what Shaquille O'Neal was trying to allude to.
Right.
I mean, I don't know for sure because I can't speak for him. I'm
But I
just
understand
saying.
the message he was saying. So I'm rich.
Yeah.
Not y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he probably take care of him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm quite sure. Yeah. So how's the thing going on? Because you're saying that the DeKalb County school officials want you to come out and start teaching classes.
Actually, you over
which
at
is good. That's being
Utopian Arts.
proactive instead of being
Not
reactive.
DeKalb, but
sorry.
I'm actually signed up with Fulton County before this school year started. I signed up with Fulton County. I haven't connected with any school there, but Utopian Arts, I'll probably be doing some stuff over there. Me and the dean spoke, and a lot of
Schools need help, man.
all
They need
schools
help.
they need parental involvement. Like it needs to be everybody working together.
Some
Yeah.
kids, man, don't even have a meal at home. They look forward to go to school just to eat, man.
Well, some of the issues come from that because you got a lot of kids from poverty areas, backgrounds, homes that come to school haven't had a meal.
Right.
There was a case where a boy fell asleep in class. The teacher woke him up. He hit the teacher, caught a charge. He had stayed up all night trying to prevent his sister from being molested by the mama's boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's stuff like that, real life stuff, where kids coming to school sleep hungry, and it's situations like this that's really happening.
Raising
real life.
themselves, huh?
What?
Right,
Yes.
right.
So there's a lot of the issues stem from.
Right.
It's deep.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I think we're about to take a quick break. I'm hearing some music in the background. That might be
Okay.
our clue. This has been Real Talk with New Order on Power 108.9. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media. Instagram
At Power 108.9.
and Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9. Power 108.9, a station for the people.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
But shout out to our friends over there at Credit Building Professionals. What up, Credit Craig?
I tried to come with you.
That's what she said.
Oh,
Hey.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
What's going on, y'all? This is Tony Hightower, and you are listening to Power 108.9.
Welcome back. This is Real Talk with New Order live on Power 108.9, the radio. I just want to give a little update also, Noki. Our every third Saturday, we've been taking the kids to the Apex Museum, and I'm glad we're doing that because they teaching the real history they have not been getting in school, you know, and things like that. So I'm looking forward to. I want to give a shout out to Miss Farley, who's doing a wonderful job. And so if you want to take your kids to the Apex Museum every third Saturday and get some knowledge and stuff, please give us a call at 1-800-346-5138. You can get more details. I don't think you've been there yet. I know you've been working so much on Saturday. You would love it, man, huh?
I haven't made it yet, man. I'm gonna have to get over there because you know, I really like to see some of the history.
Yeah, Dan Moore Jr. Have you met Dan?
No, I haven't met him.
Yeah, he breaks it down, man. I mean, you know, he kind of explain, you know, because after you come from there, you be like, man, why would I want to kill one of my kings or queens? It makes you feel like seeing that, going through that. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah.
That's how they make them feel. The kids be feeling like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of try to get the word out, you know, because Apex Museum is, it's only on Auburn Avenue, right down the street from the King monument. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of history in that area.
Yeah, I think when the sister had spoken, man, I think she had spoke volumes when she had said justice. You know, the injustice done or perpetrated by each other is what causes the violence. You know, people be looking for justice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, maybe an apology, you know, sometimes will be in order or may set the thing straight. But some people's man ain't big enough to apologize for wronging someone.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I step on your feet, you know, and if I apologize, you may forgive me.
Right.
You may not shoot me.
Right.
But some people can step on some people's feet and feel like they, you know, like I don't have to ask you to beg my pardon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just you know, feel as if, you know, you nothing.
Right.
You know, and I think that's infuriate the situation. It don't damage it or make it stop. I think it just, you know, further escalate it.
Right.
You know, because like I said, man, an apology go a long way.
True. The last time I've been in the studio, I had a trip to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Temple University, this guy has been working there for like 16 years, and he was dealing with racist every day, very hostile environment. But this was a smart brother. He has an attorney, you know, but he was, he couldn't take it no more, so he decided to go publicly. Mika, she went with me up to Philly, and so we have an issue. We got some stuff going on there, and then next week I'm going to a place called Russellville, Kentucky, which is Mitch McConnell. You know who Mitch McConnell is, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised on the issues that's going there. So I'm going up there next week to where a teacher used the N-word in front of all of the students. And the young man, she picked a student, and she made a comment saying, man, your face looked just like his. And the parent was furious, you know, because first of all, he was embarrassed, you know. So again, we're not taking cases off emotions, we're going off facts. And, you know, so we get a lot of calls, man. We can't say the world, but people are recognizing our work. You know, but one thing I hope you can make, you know, my dad is going to be getting recognized at Morehouse College with Jesse Jackson and them on the 13th of October. You know, I know my dad was no national figure, but in my hometown, he was, you know, like the Hosea Williams here, the Joseph Lowry, you know, and stuff like that. It was dangerous, you know, coming under his leadership at the house. You know, he was a father first. You know, it wasn't perfect because we all ain't perfect, but I'm looking forward to that. He want to see the New Order family. He said, son, I'm tired of seeing your face. I want to I want to see the New Order family, you know, and things like that. So I'm hoping you all can come out and it's going to be a lot of opportunity for networking too. You know what I'm saying? I will have my business cards on deck, you know, so if you're available. But again, you know, it's 11 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday, you know. So it's about 7 people committed already. You know, things like that. So, but it's gonna be it's at the Martin Luther King Cathedral. You know, so that's so it's gonna be nice, y'all. You know, so if you're available, but I know, you know, people work. You know, I know New Orleans don't pay the bills right now, but God is gonna bless us because we're doing the work. not perfect, but you know, when people recognize what you're doing, somebody's gonna see it. You got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have a lot of help, man. I just think back how, you know, when you first start something, it takes a while.
Oh, yeah.
But I finally, again, look, y'all done came into my, into my life, like, cause can't no one person or one organization tackle these issues, but I would love to work with other people, but you got to be serious, and you got to be consistent. So that's the key. When you're consistent, you will get things done. But if you sometime, and I'm an activist today, tomorrow, even on Facebook, one thing about me, all my stuff is all about activism, because when they come after you and you post something negative, whatever, they're going to focus on that. So don't give them a reason. You get what I'm saying? And things like that. But I can't tell what people to put on their Facebook page, but they're watching.
Yeah.
They're watching.
And then not only
you
that,
don't really post that much no more, do you?
No, man.
When I first met you, done calmed down. I like, no. I
No,
still wait for the YouTube videos, bro. But this man got some. He does
Really?
poetry. Yeah.
Why you stop?
Hey, my wife hijacked my page, man. So I like.
You
Yeah,
ain't
you go
talking
ahead.
to nobody and then tell her, did you?
Yeah, no, no. She just go off up in my page, and
She got see your Facebook picture.
hey,
I'm
she
like,
got her own page. You gonna,
She wants your page. Your page is her page, and her
Right.
page is her page.
Yeah, I mean, like,
see your Facebook page.
I'm like,
picture.
but I don't want to leave Facebook. I like it. I like it.
If
'cause-
you use it the right way,
yeah,
I wouldn't know y'all. I wouldn't know you.
yeah,
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
called networking.
Yeah.
and
That's
it
how I
allowed,
met your cousin.
yeah, it allowed me to keep up with people from my past. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking
People
about
you in school with.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a good network.
But you know what? A lot of them folks, man, if Facebook wasn't around, they wouldn't make it. Now, we'll survive, but certain people that platform, they look forward to getting on Facebook every day.
Wake
You
up.
can be lying and stuff. You'll never know.
Jared the same way. Wake up and be on New Order. I'd be like,
Hey, when you got good people on your side, but back then, I'd be like, man, should I? I look forward to posting because we're not lying. And I ain't saying a lot of people on there be lying, posting stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can tell if you're real or not, because the real work is off Facebook, y'all. Am I right?
oh, God, yeah. Some of the
Some
stuff
people
I
just
do
be on
ain't
there just
even
making
on
videos and
Facebook.
just posting, saying like, "What are you actually doing?
The-
You
the
just want to be
stuff-
seen,
The
huh?"
stuff you do, like a lot of stuff, I don't even post. Like for real, like especially if I'm out in the community and I'm with families or with children, I'm not gonna post a lot
Right.
of things. But some things I don't even post, and I think it's good. Everybody want to put something out there. But
If I might post some memories, be showing people I've been doing this for a minute,
Yeah.
because you got people say, "Well, how long you been?" So that's the reason why I might post something, a memory to show. I
wonder would we all be doing this if we couldn't post? Everything everybody doing. Like
What's that?
what
What
if
you
social
mean?
media just shut down?
Some people couldn't make
Would
it.
some people still be doing some work out there? Like any type of work?
I would personally.
Like would you
I know
still
I
be
would.
helping the homeless people? Would you
I
still be?
would.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
would, yeah.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I seen a lot of people done slowed down. We move it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
so.
different seasons. Sometimes it's different seasons
Mm-hmm.
for people. So, you may be booming right now. Everybody may have
right.
So,
Was it the
you
other way
can.
around?
Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
post on Instagram, you can do
Right.
it. Yeah.
But you know what? To get your platform out, you gotta post.
Yeah. You got to be post like every hour. Some of these people post
Right.
like every in the bathroom. Like, let me put my
Right,
pink
right,
wig on, then I'm
right,
gonna switch it to my
right.
purple wig.
But yeah, I don't even see you.
Yeah, no, man. I told you, man. She after
The
she
dog
hijacked
out.
the page, man. I'm like, all right, well, I tapped out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
yeah.
You
Right.
gotta tap out when
That's
she
true.
say tap
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm, one day be inspired, and do
But
something.
you get up so early in that home. First thing you do, you like get my sleep
Yeah.
on.
I mean, I be wanting to post and stuff like that and want to, but then and again, I be like, nah, because I don't want to act like I'm showing off.
So what would
know.
you post? Like,
He posts like poetry stuff,
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
inspirational stuff.
Okay, yeah.
encouragement
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then some people told me, say, man, that stuff be too long. I don't be wanting to read it. I'll be like, yeah, I know, because
Yeah.
I'm long-winded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to put that stuff on there to wake some people up.
Yeah, I think it's good.
But it's funny how you could put something like your birthday or Throwback Thursday, you get all these hits. But when you put something in there, some knowledge, 1 or 2 hit, you feel me? It'd be funny, man. People, it'd be funny, man.
They wishing everybody a happy birthday.
Right.
A happy heavenly birthday.
Right. You get all them hits and
I
lights.
don't even know. Happy heavenly birthday. I mean, I don't understand that, but you know, I mean, I get it.
Right.
But then I don't get it. I really
People
don't.
prefer the negative over the positive, don't they?
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
You can blow up
They live
with
for
the
the
negative.
negative. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could say something positive to a young kid right now, what would be your message to our future?
If I could say something to a young kid, I would say to a young kid, I would tell them that they have more in them than they know. Maybe nobody ever told them. Maybe nobody is there to show them. But surround themselves with people who don't look like them but are doing better than them. And attaching themselves to those type of people will help them to grow in their life to become success.
What you got, Note?
I would tell him what Frederick Douglass said. He said, "There's no progress without struggle, and the struggle goes on."
Right. Basically, I just tell them, you'll always be a king, a queen. You're very important. Regard what the media is saying. Respect your mom. Your parents. I do understand there's different situations. Your grandmother might be raising you. You're gonna be somebody someday. And things like that. So we gotta just stay positive. We're gonna have some good times and rough times. Because again, y'all our future. We need you all.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that's basically I would try to tell them, because you might not be related to me, but if I see a kid sagging or something, I might know them. I would say, hey, do you know where that came from? What you want to be in life when you grow up? And some kids do not get questioned like that at home. So they like to interact with you all.
Challenge.
Once they feel comfortable, and stuff like that. Because, some of them are not getting that love at home. They get it from a stranger quick. I would do that. That's why I like going to the Georgia Works. Matter of fact, I'm going to contact these juvenile detention centers again, because when I was by myself, I couldn't be at every, now I have, not I, but we inside these juvenile detention centers now. I want to get into the schools, and what you're doing, that's a wonderful idea. So I hope that worked through for you, because we got to get them early. I mean, kindergarten kids, first grade, not the middle school. I'm telling you, we got to get them early,
school,
man.
it's almost too late.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, Gerald, when I started writing, one of the thoughts that permeated in my mind was that so many of our peoples who have fled, and I'm just say became successful in this society. They didn't do it unscathed. Michael Jacksons, LeBron James,
right?
Every last one of them. I mean, that's why I take my hat off to LeBron James, because most of them don't leave unscathed, and then some of them become victims, even of their success.
Oh, of course. They got so many haters, man. If you're trying to say, like, people hating on them?
No, like Prince, like Michael Jackson.
Okay.
People who, I'm talking about because they were successful.
Right.
The things that they did that made them successful. Even R. Kelly, even though, I mean, hey,
there you go.
Look, man, that's...
Look at
hey.
Folks is not finna be blaming R. Kelly. I'm
Uh-oh,
blaming
she
these
might be
parents.
on your side, bro.
Listen, I'm blaming a lot of these parents who allowed their children
somebody
to
supporting
go
you.
with a grown man, first of all. So I
think he owed somebody
I'ma
some
tell
money.
You,
He made somebody
Let me tell you
mad.
something. I still roll with
Well, you
the
done
songs.
riled up,
I'm
boy.
still roll with the songs because I just feel like it's not all his fault. They put in Yes, and so I feel some type of way about that. I'm two-sided, and me myself as a teenager, I was 15 years old.
His music was
kicking
tough,
it with
man.
guys that was grown men. You know what I'm saying? And I never thought about going back.
Now, what about they said?
I mean,
did he just get
seriously.
found guilty on some boys? So you never heard that when he was messing with this last case. He just got convicted on.
And didn't nobody have control a lot of times over it. I wanted to do some of the stuff I wanted at 15 and 16. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama, I was raised right, but the decisions I made to be with whoever, I made them. And I was more dominant than the man back then. You
He's so
So
crazy.
I don't fault R.
There's
Kelly
definitely
on
more
a lot
to
of
it, man.
it.
There's
Is.
definitely
I
more
don't,
to
and
it.
really, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
I'm
and
sorry.
also if we
Y'all
gonna-
can hate me, delete me, block me, whatever. Parents, I block you.
hey, but to charge him with racketeering,
Oh, they took it.
Hey, I think Donald Trump need that. I think Donald Trump need to be charged with racketeering.
Right, they can't tell. It's funny. This man gets away, man.
What? Man, he operate a whole criminal organization, man, right now, and he's still running it. He the head.
They don't
of,
would not want him to run for president because folks will still vote for him. He got a lot of followers, man.
Hey, man, he
And they
was,
know something wrong with. They still would just vote
Well,
for him.
people just, people follow anything.
Right. Man, I encourage I can't tell you who to vote for, but y'all know what's going on. So y'all make sure you got early voting going on now, right?
I'm nonpartisan. I want to know what you're about.
Right.
I don't care who you are. I want to know
Right.
what you're about. All of the above, and I'll
Right.
roll with you.
True.
If I believe in that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's just I hate when people don't vote. Whoever you vote for, and then you complaining, but you ain't voting. What you complaining about? You part of the problem.
right.
I want to hear it. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
But it's the same two parties, man. I mean, it ain't like it's a different
Right,
outcome. It's the same two people.
right.
You know,
right.
this all you got to choose
True.
from.
That's true.
This person and that person. It's the same people.
And all politicians the same. I don't care
Yeah.
who you are, Republican or Democrat. They got hidden agendas. They want to tell you what you want to hear before election time. After election time, you can't get a hold of them.
Well, I
They
may
don't
not
have
run
time.
like you said. Was I running for office? I may not run because everybody think I'm doing the right thing, and I may be wanting to do the right. So not can't categorize everybody
Right.
the same.
Hey, now he says everybody got skeletons in their closet. They'll
They
be in
do,
their
man.
closet.
My door
They'll
is
be
open.
looking.
My skeleton's laying on the floor. Ain't got nothing to hide. Ain't got nothing to hide.
They sure gonna tell it. They gonna run tell that.
Right,
I'm
right.
telling you.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right. People go talk anyway.
They
They
are.
is.
Especially if you're doing the real work, they definitely go talk. If
Man.
they ain't talking, then you ain't doing nothing. Oh, don't take that person serious.
Don't leave that closet open.
Right.
You heard R. Kelly said he was trapped
Leave
in
it
it.
open. Tell them to come in, have a party with the skeleton.
Right, right.
Yeah, man.
But I really think y'all, what y'all doing. You are always here every other on the second and fourth Saturday. I don't think you missed the one since we've been knowing it.
Hey, even
That's
the
why I was
ones-
telling.
Hey, even the ones y'all didn't come, I was there.
Right. That's why I always tell her the reason why
yourself?
we're
Hey, with nobody
organized. Everybody
wow.
know what they're
Hey,
doing.
Mike wasn't even here.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Oh yeah, when you called me, I think I was out of town, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I like it because he knows his role.
Yeah.
He know to come into the station. That's
Yeah.
why everybody said, "Well, I'm not really hyped on titles." To me, your title and where you fit in that, I don't have to. If I need some marketing, I ain't got to go to the research department. You feel me? Because when you unorganized and stuff, people gonna be, this is unorganized. I can't be a part of this. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you gotta be organized.
Yeah,
You gotta be, man.
your title just only represents your obligation and
Right. And your-
responsibility.
and
These
basically-
titles ruining folks, though. Some of
Yeah.
these folks.
Right.
Is
But
for
when I
real.
said title, it fits what you do.
Yeah,
I see some
exactly.
skills in you.
Mhm.
Like you do videos, you write. I said, let me ask it. If I don't ask, I would never know.
Yeah.
And it fit right in. And so you knowledgeable. You talk about economics all the time. That's why you the economic advisor.
Maybe
we
you
ain't
can
seen a
start
video in a while, though.
Writing and maybe
Yeah,
get your
we-
wife to post it or something.
I got to get him doing a video. Something we have to get one. What you don't have your time is just limited, huh?
Maybe talk to his wife and see if she'll give him permission to do something.
Yeah.
My mind's telling me no.
Shit, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. My mind telling me no. She ain't gonna. No, but no, but for real, it's just my hours when I be working. Because I'm the load coordinator.
Okay.
We got some YouTube
So-
videos out there. They
Okay.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I be at work, I don't leave. I'll be the last person leaving the building.
Okay.
Yeah. I
You
be
got to
in
get up
there.
at what, 3 in the morning?
No, I'm getting up now. I can be there at 7 now.
Okay.
But I don't make it.
You
at
work in
7.
this area,
No, I work over on Fullerton Industrial.
Fulton Industrial.
Oh, you're not at the same location?
Yeah, it's the same
All right,
location.
that's been it. We're back in rotation now. I thank you for our listeners to be patient because we've been off the air about a month and a half.
Yeah.
But again, we back on the second Saturday of next month. This has been Real Talk with New Order Live on Power 108.9. I just love my New Order family and New Order for life. Peace.
Yeah, peace.